I said, and no by no. We were able to survive it. So, say the Marato so say, yeah, I mean, we should just try to abstain from that.
Exactly, perfect.
It's for our own safety.
Exactly, and one. Well, yeah, Muntia. Now, Bibia Boko, dear.
Yankopandum, Bibia,
Party Motor saying,
Yamiadum, so far, so good. Every budget, this week, or last weekend, no, Omoko, Eko, retreat on the budget, but Umonitasi, the Namasiko, Ghanaians are infused with the budgets. See the budget and see buy and obey any agent. I manage any morale, criminal, a high.
I can't implementation, no, so I don't crop. Say, we did the work can you, but I can't implementation.
Oh, follow budget and a pa. My other mamma was in a min charity for and Muti Onua FM. Now, I'm share and so Facebook online. And I check this in penny for na Yamu. Fast forward, budget I ready, so you be out follow budget, from beginning to finish. It give you a sense of belonging, a future of hope, a change that we voted for. That is what the current budget actually signifies. And me no ankasa the budget and my steady nyina mo say enema woman ya enema pa ewom. Nti ye be bon pani asere adwene ni nyansa de ama the Minister of Finance and then the President. Now wetin implementing nema budget ne mu nyina practical. If your budget na nema no nema so ambiguous obeka say we no, it's not something that you cannot do.
Okay.
Nema bia that is doable. But what I say, o share kwan me de wo mu ba ko pa ye the Kumasi Expressway project. Say Accra to Kumasi budget no ka say ye be ye kwan foforo kra ye 6-lane road from Accra be fa adeso na piem wo Asaman kese ofuasa yirebi na kosemu wo Kumasi be kwa wo side. O share sa kwan na say abani timi bon ho modern ti de omasi akere no na by next year yetimi yes a particular project we are idea be bie on minimum ankasa in terms of the industrialization agenda and then also swift economic activities because Kumasi Expressway project unim say it leads to about 7 to 8 different regions because it passed through eastern region. It even also go through the Ashanti region. Now, so when you do Ashanti region via, then you can channel your power to the Brunhafo regions and then even the northern regions. Enti ekwano de epebuapa. Nipa kropa. Odaso daye. Say. Okay, it's good say. Samre Kumasi Accra way. Ye bie kwanim na mu ehun be hia say ye be bie kwanim etwa kwan foforo to baabi na itima boa my economic activities on Accra Kumasi the northern part and then the Brunhafo enclaves na nipa ko no we obi a odwene kwa chiri pa enti ye beda president na say wetin the initiative sa etimi aden aba because say o check here omo normally tiny accident wo Kumasi Accra highway so rate I am share last year we share the number of accident I see on Kumasi Accra main road here ade bia say wa steady na say president bia ba no say obeye expressway kwan sonko different from what is existing na etme bia Kumasi Accra way no ma na just say o say ba ko no yintim boy abasoma no na me the maker on ne say contractors no to say the finance minister na kan no omunya adwuma pa quality work say the be betima last long e di amayen because yet be Accra Kumasi now within only say sa road no
95.1
apart from say I 6 lanes no ekwa no e be say reduce the number of kilometers from Accra to Kumasi from 200 and something to I think 178 kilometer road. Then it will also reduce the traveling time. Say bia o ko be 4 hours, how do ko na 5 hours do ko Kumasi no. E so be start by 40 kilometers. Entino ebeboa as well as transportation all this and free Accra to Kumasi and Kumasi to Accra no. Eso be san eden asa ate aka ho. Nti ade bi ebeboa na me de sa part no budget nim no eye me de pa. Secondly, we share budget now in terms of allocation of different sectors of the economy. The president is poised to develop this country because we share part of the budget now. Omatro now oma council so na enya there NDC for keke was say my provisions for about 4.2 billion for implementation of the free secondary school education for 2026 about sustaining the education pa adebia ehun hia wo man mu education. Apart from that almost also actually say almost another allocation for 15.2 billion for energy sector shortfall payments. Say energy sector no say dum so no ba a hard drain papa.
Yeah.
And it's a president no to make allocations for this amount. Not just why yes so in anticipation of what we are going to what we envisage say a bit maybe a car edi amayen. The same debako budget mu pa allocation aya 245 million Ghana cedis. Ye be making sure say a be support to agro industrial business. Unim say o check the number of fish ni farm product nyama ye import to dimba oman mu a na say this significant amount of the budget share kwaye mu a ebe boa yen ama Ghana ye kwaye no etimi asipi na asita ade bako so budget nim aye ade bia o se ye nyina no ya adwintimi anko so the implementation of the 24-hour policy. It was pivotal in our 2024 election and then the manifesto that we wrote. Very soon, some of the districts are market we are going to have 24-hour markets. Most of the districts. These 24-hour markets now, with the various districts say, generating revenue. Now economic activities that me across see these various 24-hour markets it will create over 2,000 jobs in every district. Until you just multiply 2,000 jobs by 276, you can see what the 24-hour markets policy alone is going to create. And so 24-hour policy we know e be say timi aboa ama aban no aboa ma wodi sika ahye edwadie mu ankasa odi ano so eto nchen a the president nso asan ye another allocation eno no is 6.9 billion. That's 6.9 billion we. Mr. Speaker, Ebia na ya adwen enshadan koso is about the oil palm plantation. Abeye du abe na ye nya abe ho mfaso unim se abe ade bia ye de ye nyama bebre se ufa enwo a normally no nipa dodo na nim se ye nya ewo abe mu a ye se nya adwonwo enso wom na adwonwo nso ye ade bia ye timi de ye nyama bebre apart from adwonwo no palm kernel na kasa na ye na chi no eno so etimi boa even in energy production. It will bow quite full so bebre. Into oil palm plantation there. Say abino say what the 6.9 billion Ghana cedis. Edi kwa share oil palm plantation mua. Master Ghana youths. Any or more money J kuyayo who say they should also involve themselves in oil palm plantation. Say the bear this kind of support I do Romuno. Yet me bet me ayana yenya ho emfaso. So was asem kwa. Obese on fa invest into this, you don't have problem. You just have to start it. Say uko benso oil palm plantation so dem ho. E wa ran asen enclaves ho na.
E ho dey sopa o.
E sopa papa. Unim say before say finance minister the budget we be ban obviously benso oil palm plantation. Emma what chere omo concerns, some of the concerns and ushe omo irrespective of the large scale oil palm you know na demand no crampo no they are not able to meet the market demand. So it is something I was buying no emfa na niye den enko unum say Malaysia for I bet it's about 60% air control or more economy no. So why can't we invest there? So Ghanaian youths are, and I say, wow, you're Ghana ni bia when you say, would you when you would share a bit drama? Make sure say, ube this project we China support our bano, it was on farm no, ube me abua no their amount now, so waiting there could do juma. After so, was say to facilitate the transportations of farm produce to market and reduce food inflation, we have allocated 828 for the construction of 1,000 kilometers of agriculture enclave roads. This is fantastic. Agriculture enclave roads. And the way Sasikawin is going to cater for Nkrasien, Bebia, Kuya, ya kwine enye. Maybe by our waiting say, would you money? Now we're trying to person from markets no. Bad nature of the road into so top it. Now money no aka fum. Unti from markets no beton. Enti abano and I can say or shenwa invest in the road in these rural areas, these farming areas. Say the beya sa kwani eye wo ho no ma. Say unu ba no ready na say utwa ana wotia. Within the shortest possible time, no, you can have access to the markets. No, wait me, it is something that is so remarkable by the government and pese contractors are enclaves, no matter rural and then market roads we know, village or agriculture enclaves roads we know. They will go with the mindset say, a quite short the work bia masa ekwiafo because we are short the work now within the shortest possible time. A kwan besa say a buy would need another money. Now say ekwiafo we no they will continue to suffer. So whoever will get a chance to benefit from this contract, you know, what is important about it is that we make sure say be a kwan ye. Another part of the budget I was say we should be interested about. I won here pa be boy 15.2 billion for energy sector. And I think say bedin kan akan no. Another one measure akan the LEAP program.
Just before
1.1 billion
to Asodoni information I menya CCR indicates Onua Ken Ofori-Atta, right? Former finance minister, Interpol ni din free the red alert. Ana Edanesono just about few minutes ago, yeah. And what it means is that Ken Ofori-Atta is no longer a fugitive, and he is not somebody or yet wanted around the world. Now, earlier this year, around June 5th, OSP no extra dema Interpol, say Interpol no issue red alert against Ken Ofori-Atta for the fact he said they were requesting for his presence to ensure say investigations near the Ebeko so in person and uncompensated womo engaging no Onua Ken Ofori-Atta ni nyina no wantimi amma. For that reason no Interpol and so edge the OSP kind to more issue red alert no entina oko Interpol for website Onua Ken Ofori-Atta that info da ho. But as we speak this morning they've taken it off because Endra Anna OSP Nankasa a publish yes afedia there are about 70 or 75 count charges are one more Edia Ken Ofori-Atta and then 6 others. Now the lawyers of Ken Ofori-Atta earlier on now one more raising concerns actual Edia Koma Interpol say sa krata OSP no try the buy until mujina so issue red alert no. It was dubious because nipa na we issue red alert against him no make charges be against him. There are no official charges against him. And how do you declare somebody a young charge to appear before any court say or a fugitive? And for that reason no I mean Endra na OSP no adding the charges no by filing the case in court no then Interpol no ehun say OSP no abuse the constitution of Interpol. For that reason, no, as we speak, Interpol no atekisa red notice alert no off Ken Ofori-Atta. And that is just an update on that issue. So that what would see no obetimi atias here. But this is what we've been talking about all this while. Say, I mean, we invite you be say omra now ni ni nkɔmɔ a ɛnyɛ ɔhyɛ oti ase because umfa ni court there are no charges a what prophecy against him within a court na ebi a court no issue warrant say at all costs as a so to be appear even in instances one appear no court no will go ahead to try him in absentia oti ase and some of these petty things happen from June babesi December some of us feel say and yet justifiable, but clearly that is what has happened in just about a few minutes ago, and that is for the point of information.
This is very disappointing, but I'm not too much surprised because the one man in the office of the Special Prosecutor is very incompetent. Kisi Ajabin has displayed a lot of incompetence in executing his duty as a Special Prosecutor of this country. Na media, I think say Onua Ankasa, it's a slap on his face. Na Ken Ofori-Atta so kamedia mene no mpo ankamaba because we are say a fraud say bra court now fully say on say kron a.
No, but say no on court. Case bia no
say a fraud say bra say bia police si wo hian. And I say aban edwuma ku bebre your yoko your Special Prosecutor o metima invite you so almost suspect say why PP I was seeing question why it invite you at times it's not all of them are a call for arrest and I say you metima invite say umbo hian say do be court akobo ku adu on ma then the state will not waste the resource say do court akobo ku adu what I say at times there is this provision so you can invite
mostly say Nkrofo OSP na invite you munyina odu ha so arrest you it
and I make say
yes.
So say Ken Ofori-Atta any kwan so assume say ye odu on my be arrest unless say onu so feel say we ye bibi but what I say hwe akwa we this Ghana musician Shatawale say invite no
but he was later arrested
but later they have left him they have left him say ye choko yoko aswe ya na Special Prosecutor aswe na say detain overnight na de che na say fili say enyama ye de suspect say why ni nyina mpo no onsa so wa ijawa o menya sure say ye de tabo bia to Shatawale so say we di boni bia against oman we and I say we ex convict there be enti no me de me kan say the Special Prosecutor no from the one and the approach ni nyina no approach me fili say wone Ken Ofori-Atta kra wona kra na
Osana fe de office.
Yes. It has been my position since day one. Say, Kisi Ajibin, na approach our they handle Ken Ofori-Atta case we. Be biya say as o ma sheda tenechiri. And o ma planning say wo e be fa kwan we so na ma mo escape.
But Ken Ofori-Atta dey on to the baby. OSP they say omra for.
And I'm gonna say it's a scheme. It's a scheme. Ken Ofori-Atta and Kisi Ajibin, they have planned it. How they are going to execute for Ken Ofori-Atta?
How do you say they've planned it? Because maybe towards it, Ken Ofori-Atta was in this country when Yanese will free or Maimo, okay, or throw an official letter to the Chief of Staff during transition, and or the Chief of Staff, including Fremont Parry and Julius Debra, said this is the health conditioner or for that reason, no, or requested for permission to travel outside the country. So both governments were aware, even at the time of transition, Koso. Why do we create the narration as if you say, "Yeah, penachine na udwane"?
Oh, so share time on Crampa our narrative say or the from my moa. If you ask them fire in any part. 95.1. At the time I had 2 baby. Obi na hold the position o. You free Finance Ministry on na do call government special envoy on economy and so. Your ma position kese. Ya to abawi president Akufo-Addo lose election pepepe. Yeah transition. We say o feel say wapomudi ni sisi so ya ready for nya nipa. But the time I call up to now ya to abawi ye. Ya hwehwe o man mu. Untimi ba back. Times kra no. Images ni footages be ya hu kra mpo che say you are able to go up and down with your normal day activities. And the me person can say the Special Prosecutor and then the former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta. I idea my plan with them. Sec or Ken Ofori-Atta across court free. And nothing in the approach from day one in I am very inconsistent and a showing of incompetence by the special prosecutor. So if I'm the special prosecutor today, and can I resigning? Because we are fairly poto. Me and can I resigning? Because case is been a special prosecutor ya or we. Case is been one who's waiting my winning. The beer allegation, call for investigation, call for interview, call for so and so. Now see a branch away. DVL boss. Obeka say obi amano what do you call it? Obi amano obi make attempt say obi amano bribe. Now wait me I stop at debi opese onye. Say 4 million Ghana cedis or so. We invite akwa we DVL boss no sa case ni kosi sen. Inyina so be pa po na was asem no say o say we invite no.
I said they okay investigation. And what is wrong with that?
Investigating. Special prosecutor doesn't know where to start his case from and where to end his case. Before you start a case, you should have some certain objectives. In the Ken Ofori-Atta case, we all started. What was his objectives, and what was the approach and the strategy to achieve that objectives? It means if there's a plan, objectives, approach, and strategy to achieve it, how do you also want to achieve that? What is the face of the law in case of your approach? Ken Ofori-Atta Kisia Jabin. One in the team no more special prosecuting ministry or agency no. I think say sir special prosecutor agency no no or see ngunu. Or see good special prosecutor office yen ngunu kra. Say the be aban na kasa betimi afokoso. No take specific cases. No share what the law says about these very cases before you embark on prosecution. If your budget I demand special prosecutor office. Says can you remember so far so be pana yedi momu anke de share the attorney general office no mu and the share mu kena me sure say attorney general no you wait to employ more lawyers and investigators say the be ometimi go further no my further investigation on other cases say the be they can prosecute those people than say you be special prosecutor oh I say what double two one share the name baby I was starting a juma any baby or din adwuma no kwa den enti me no and there I'm disappointed, but the special prosecutor and former finance minister Ken Ofori-Atta, they are in bed together. It's an approach by the special prosecutor to make sure say Ken Ofori-Atta will go scot free. It's a reason from day one. The approach and the methodology, the strategy, what they embark on the case of Ken Ofori-Atta, I am very bizarre.
When your special case, what the car boss will say in most instances, cases be na no I call OSP no anymore now OSP na nkasakra attach no. I mean it ends up this way. Investigation. A very classical example the case of Cecilia Abenadapa incident see OSP say wako Cecilia Adapa fie wako sisi kebi wo ho wako hunie mebi wo ho ye investigation ye the Cecilia Adapa afa ye de ne kwa former sanitation minister afi e call ya de call ya ko see the end result and the bottom line was that OSP say mehwehwe mu no there is no issue of money laundering baby a case na babedru no it is not within my purview and as a jurisdiction and then it ends there. So clearly, no, I mean, you cannot emphatically say without any substantial evidence, OSP no any Ken Ofori-Atta were in one bed. But you can always question a kwanya OSP no efa so ye nejuma. Now the question is that before I will declare obi say you're fugitive, okay? What is the concrete basis for declaring that person so you're fugitive? Outro letter diama inter. I mean, when people work, they must be responsible for the work. What the international police, criminal police, and they said, woman declare Ken Ofori-Atta on a red alert. What were your bases? Your basis, and then they say, we invite you be for interrogation on my. Once Sani Pana won't so crown, we inviting no. Won't make any official charges against the person. Would they invite in a crowd for interrogation? Okay, there is no complaint against that person by any other complainant or even by your very self. More on the charges, more on the subobia. And see, who invited now as a ma. I mean, I'm not the one to help your case. I may better know any more interrogating me. Who we are what Jina Menuma so they are charging me. I mean, which reasonable person does that?
Me say Kisia Jaben is on top of his job, so he should resign. That is one thing we should know. Kissi Agyapong, he's not on top of his job. And this Ken Ofori-Atta case is a testament that Kissi Agyapong is not on top of his job. And other cases, only say we are into investigations of cases. Before you embark on case, Crampo Abe public no. I'll be inviting the Pacono. Now wait to mention some basic facts.
Exactly.
Before you embark,
certain evidence.
Yes. Before you even started, so hopefully say the evidence that you are gathering, they are just basic ones. They are not substantial enough.
Ensure prosecution in court.
You don't even start it and make noise. See Antonio Mfamu acquires what I say. Kissi Agyapong there. Only Ken Ofori-Atta case with them. I didn't come from the one. Say approach and the methodology in nature. Say they are always in bed. The two of them is an approach. I know it is possible. I know they can do it, and that's exactly what they are doing. And that is the end result we are seeing today. It shows that the two of them, they are in bed together. They have schemed the thing in their room. They talk. It is even true. Say the two of them, they are talking behind the scene.
Only evidence they are talking behind.
But the justification.
I'm just saying, I'm prompting you. So only evidence.
Even if the evidence is not there. The approach from the approach from Kissi Agyapong and the end results we are seeing now shows that the two of them, they may have schemed something behind the scene, and that is exactly what we are seeing. Case where say Aban NDC Aban say you jai Kissi Ken Ofori-Atta case where at the man Kissi Agyapong and kosi she 4 years beba na Ken Ofori-Atta da so tabruchire the case no kosi bebia ebeya the Attorney General on this case we free Special Prosecutor ho now on one back say you were enough evidence. I feel say Ken Ofori-Atta we di boni bebre ya abani jina so non prosecute no ni am forget Kissi Agyapong enya sa ya be we doc no kwa